Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Cook and I'm going to be presenting on the responsibilities of citizens during time of disaster. So many people think that emergency management and disaster response is solely a responsibility of the government or other private agencies, but in reality, while these agencies may carry out the bigger functions to protect the community as a whole, they couldn't do this without help from citizens who step up and volunteer or engage in personal preparedness activities. So citizens really do play a key role, especially in the preparedness aspect. So there's two major types of roles that citizens can fill during times of disaster. The first are the responsibilities that all citizens have to prepare their homes and households. Additionally, citizens can also step up further through volunteer opportunities. So starting with the responsibilities of all citizens, they have important roles before, during, and after disaster, but like I said earlier, the most important aspect is preparedness. So FEMA actually details some of the most important responsibilities for all citizens. The first is figuring out what could happen. So what disasters are most likely to strike in your area? So here in Florida, we know that hurricanes are very likely to strike, so it's important for us to be informed on those. Similarly, in California, earthquakes are very likely to strike, so it's important for California residents to be informed on earthquakes and how to prepare and respond to those. The next is protecting against financial loss through hazard-specific insurance. So since earthquakes are very likely to strike in California, many people there have earthquake insurance to protect against financial losses when those disasters do strike. The next is knowing the warning system. And so all emergency management offices have different ways of warning the community about disasters. Some use sirens, some use radio or television broadcasting, some even use door-to-door communication to get the word out about disasters. But these only do good if citizens know what these warning signals are and know where to get this important information. Additionally, preparing to evacuate or stay at home. It's important for citizens to have what's called a 72-hour kit, which has enough food, water, and medical supplies for their household for at least 3 days to hold up without any outside aid. After Hurricane Andrew, there were some citizens that were on their own for up to 5 days without any outside aid. So here, like, these 72-hour kits were extremely important. Next, reuniting after a disaster. It's important for household members to coordinate where they're going to meet up after a disaster strikes, or if there's a fire in the home, where are they all going to touch base afterwards. It's also important for household members to know the disaster plans of their household members' schools and workplaces, and know who to contact and know where to find them after these incidents occur. And an additional point is that the CDC actually explains is that if there are certain household members that have disabilities or special needs, it's very important to know what extra steps need to be taken before, during, and after a disaster to take care of them. So ways that citizens can step up further. Citizens can step up through volunteer opportunities or through cash donations towards different volunteer agencies. So Citizen Corps programs such as CERT, Fire Corps, USA On Watch, Medical Reserve Corps are great ways for citizens to get involved. They'll usually have to go through some sort of training, but it's a great way for them to support the larger community effort. Similarly, faith-based organizations have lots of volunteer opportunities for citizens to get involved with during times of disaster. So in conclusion, disaster preparedness and response is not just a responsibility of the government, but of all citizens. All citizens have a responsibility to make sure themselves and members of their households are prepared and ready to handle disasters. But citizens can also step up and fill some of these volunteer roles, make cash donations to volunteer agencies to help engage in this larger community response that is very necessary in time of disaster. And here are my references. Thank you.